Hey everybody, and welcome to my channel. Back in 2012, when I bought my ATV, I decided, you know what, since I've got a plow on this thing, I wouldn't mind having some tunes while I'm plowing and being off-road and on trails, things like that. And I saw an online video, an idea of a guy that bought a cooler, put some cool components in it, made it into a stereo. And it was pretty awesome. Now, over the years, I've been modifying this thing, adding to it, taking things out. And if you notice, I've screwed up on a couple of things. I've actually put the deck in crooked. And it was my first attempt at doing something like this. Never done it before. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. So just recently, I went and I've added a 1,000-watt Kenwood amp to this thing. And just tossed a Pioneer sub on it that I took out of my Camaro because I stored my car for the winter. We were doing a party, lots of people coming over, and I wanted some really good pumping tunes. So with this thing, it's great. Unfortunately, right now I don't have any of that royalty-free music right now that I can give you an example. Plus, it's just on a Canon camera with the microphone that's not that great. Hopefully, it's picking up my voice okay for this video. I decided to then do something a little more larger scale. Went on to Amazon.ca, tried to find the absolute largest cooler I could possibly find for a reasonable price. Came across Igloo. They make a 150 quart cooler. I thought, wow, that'd be perfect for what I need. Bought that, bought a crap load of components, bought some 6x9s. I don't know if you can see it behind here, I bought some cutting boards to use for switches and things like that. Then I came across a forum online called Motorboat Yourself. And I found actually a couple of other guys that bought the exact same cooler and were doing the same similar things to that I'm doing on mine. I was ecstatic to find other nuts like me doing a cooler of this particular size. And I'll show it to you now. I'll just turn the camera. I shall move the camera over here. So, 150 quart cooler, Igloo. Found a gentleman online. A YouTube channel goes by RT Charger. Gave me some pretty good ideas actually. I've already had the speakers installed. I had the charging port installed on the side instead of using a drain plug. So we've got this charging port on the side because you don't really want water in there anyways. I've added an integrated charger into here. So it just literally comes out of the charging port, plugs in, goes into the AC Delco Marine and RV deep cycle battery. Get a shot of that. I'm also pretty good friends with the owner of a local audio video store that I've dealt with in the past at work for many projects. Great company, Gibby's Home Audio in St. Catharines, Ontario. And they hooked me up with a really good deal on these JL 6x9s here. The actual model of it is a TR690 TXI. I don't know if you just saw that plume of dust that just flew off this box, but there's polystyrene everywhere from cutting out all the panels on the front and then chopping out all the polystyrene. I'll show you an inside shot of what I've done because I didn't go all the way through with everything. I basically drilled a big enough hole with a 4-inch hole saw. Just enough really to put the speaker magnet through. You can see I got a twist tie on there. I do have some pretty good ideas. Like I said, I was reading the vlogs online from RT Charger, who's done this same type cooler, and I got the idea from him to put LED strips in the top access panel and get magnetic switches. So that when you open the door, the light will come on. And how to mount his receiver and things like that. But like I say, a lot of these things I've kind of just got from multiple people. But RT Charger on YouTube was kind of my biggest inspiration. A couple of things that I was stuck on during the build. I have a JVC Marine deck coming with the oval exterior, wired remote control. I have blue wire loom over here that I'll be sorting out all the cables with, so it's nice and tidy. I bought, pardon me, I bought these cutting boards, which will go on the inside, and the actual deck will be cut into here and placed in here. I'm going to have some speaker carpet being attached to this board, a bunch of switches that I'm going to have all lined up here to hold everything. I've got underglow lighting coming for it. I've also bought this little wagon cart idea here from Princess Auto here in Canada. It's like the big boy toy store. I haven't quite figured out where I'm going to put this 10-inch JL amplifier yet, or I'm sorry, the subwoofer. The amplifier that I'm going to use is going to be out of this one here, and it's a Kenwood 1000-watt monoblock amplifier, which makes this Pioneer sub pound like crazy. I've got underglow lighting on the way, like I said, on the bottom here. I've installed the bottle opener. I've got USB charging ports to going in the front, 12-volt cigarette ports also. I've got the same USB ports and cigarette 12-volt ports going into the cutting board. As well, I've also purchased 8-gauge wiring. So I got some 8-gauge wiring from Amazon that'll go from the battery to a charging block. So I've got this charging block here that everything will kind of hook into. It's kind of a neat little design. Basically just hit the tab and everything kind of plugs into that. Here's the 12-volt Marine lighter style plugs here. See if I can find some of the other stuff here. It's been kind of a mess. So I got these on Amazon as well. And you can charge your cell phone or tablet or both on these. I'm waiting for a temperature sensor. I've got a LCD voltmeter that'll be installed into the cutting board. The other idea I got from RT Charger, his YouTube channel, was a little device that he had mounted here. Hope this thing will focus. And what he did with that was have a fan. It was a fan controller, so I don't do too many videos. It was a fan controller, and the fans that I ordered were 120mm fans with LEDs. They'll be installed either on the side or on the bottom. I haven't quite decided yet. But these little controllers will control the fans on and off. So you can set it for whatever temperature you want, and the fans will just shut on and off as needed. I'm hoping I can get the subwoofer to fit in this general area on the back. But ultimately what I'm waiting for is the receiver to arrive. I ordered it on eBay. As soon as the receiver arrives, I can hook up these speakers, see what they sound like, and see even if I need a subwoofer. I'm not quite sure if I even need a subwoofer yet. If I don't need a subwoofer, I'll put the 1000-watt monoblock amp back into the little red Coleman cooler, and I will get a 4-channel 1000-watt amp to power these up. Again, depending on the sound that comes out of this JVC head unit that I purchased. So we'll see how it goes from then, and anything else I add to this, I'll be doing pictures and maybe do another video, things like that. Like I said, I don't do too many videos. Usually my videos are of riding around my ATV in the countryside and the back roads up north. So this is kind of a first for me. Try not to be too critical. And hopefully we'll have another video out shortly. Thanks for tuning in. I don't know your personal name, so I don't know how to address you properly, but in the middle of my build, I finally found your build, which inspired me to do a lot of the updates and changes to my cooler that you've done. So thank you for offering your videos, and I actually look forward to seeing more of your videos in the future. I know you had a bit of an issue with yours with shorting out and things like that, and good luck on yours, and thank you again for offering the video clips that you've offered and the inspiration for me to continue on with my build. Have a great day. Also, if you have any questions in regards to where some of the items were purchased for the build, what the items cost, the model numbers, or if you have any questions or concerns for me, or if you have any suggestions, or if you see even if I've wired something wrong and you have a better way of doing something, please feel free to leave any comment. Again, subscribe to the channel if you want to see updates on this bad boy. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you don't, and always have a great day. Thank you for watching.